not far from the site of Napoleon's tomb. Walking along the teeming streets on the left bank of the Seine. These barracks where he lives and works. This is where we found him. A man who lives in total darkness, yet gives to others the light of beauty. One of the most remarkable men of our time, Tourneau, the blind sculptor of Paris. It was in answer to this letter from Miss Leslie Jean Phillips of Newport, Rhode Island, that we went to Tourneau Studios, and we were really amazed in more ways than one. As a sculptor, he works in the visual medium with something to be seen, and yet he himself is sightless. But that's only half the story. Here, using this lovely girl as his model, he shows us how it is possible. His sensitive fingers check the contour of the forehead, the nose. Relying entirely on his sense of touch, transferring from the face of the girl to the clay model. Now the forehead. Measuring chin to cheekbones and nose. The same measurements now on the face of clay. Chin to cheekbones and to the eyebrow. Rechecking on the girl's face. We are watching the work of a master, a perfectionist. The eyes and the nose, comparing carefully. Sensing now the curve of the lips. The tips of the fingers alone must convey this impression to the clay. Now more shaping, a technique all his own, one that took many years to perfect. Constantly checking, comparing. A tiny piece of clay, molding it to the bridge of the nose. Certainly we must envy this man his remarkable talent and the joy he must get from his work. A study in concentration. We alone are aware of his handicap suffered in the First World War 38 years ago, but there's still another. Tourneau has but one arm, also lost in battle. After long years in the hospital, he began to discover this great talent. One of his first works was this model of his own head, followed by this of his mother, fashioned in darkness with only his left hand, this work of devotion. And here are other fine examples of his artistry. Many of these were done without models, only from his mind's eye. And here we come to his most incredible work, a large statue of his hand, hailed by French critics as a masterpiece. His one hand. Certainly his greatest problem, how to feel the length and curve. He shows us, feeling with his lips. Only Tourneau knows how he transferred those measurements to the much greater dimensions of the model, yet it's perfect in every detail. Now another work completed as we see the comparison. Beauty in every line, from the one hand of a master who in a true sense sees perhaps better than we. Tourneau, the blind sculptor of Paris.